The reason why the Cavaliers are actually better is an old business mentality, right? I don't remember if it was Microsoft or if it was UPS or if it was FedEx, whoever did this, there was a business and it was like a 1% business, so a multi-billion-dollar business. And they used to have this philosophy that you cut the top 10% of your company every year. Now, why would you do that? If you're a $1 billion+ business, why would you cut the top 10%? Those are CEOs. Those are high up financial advisors. Those are guys when you see those boardrooms and you see like these 10 guys in really nice and pristine suits. Like that's who that is. That's who the top 10% of your company is. Well, why would you cut them? Complacency. When you have complacency, it is the worst thing to have at a job, have at a business, have, if you are an owner of a business, have being employed for you. And there's a lot of people that say, oh, well, no, you can't say it's just complacency. Like Apple never got rid of Steve Jobs. Microsoft still had Ballmer, the Clippers owner for a long time. Why don't you cut them? Here's the thing. You have outliers like a Steve Jobs, who are just so ingenious and so otherworldly that you just kind of have to deal with them. Even if they have complacent moments, their overall greatness subsedes that. That's what LeBron is. LeBron has been very complacent the last couple years, but he is so great that it overrides that. If you start a job, the first day, you make sure you're not only on time, you're early. You made sure you brush your teeth, wash your hair. You're going above and beyond. Not that brushing your teeth should be above and beyond, but you're making sure you look real nice. You're like, yeah, first day, got to impress the boss. 6 months in, you're hitting snooze on your alarm. You're walking in 5 minutes late. You're probably talking shit about your boss when he's not looking. Probably talking shit about him when he is looking. You don't care anymore. You're complacent. You're used to what you make, and you feel you deserve what you make. And once you've hit that point, you've become almost a loss for a business because you are no longer bringing in new ideas. You are no longer going above and beyond as you were when you first started. So you look at even an Isaiah Thomas who scored 17 points. It was 17 points in 20 minutes in his Cavs debut? That was his first day on the job. He was excited. He was ready to go. I'm playing with LeBron. D. Wade had a good first week. Jay Crowder had a good first week. And now, you've got guys who got to trade away because they became complacent. Take even examples like Tristan Thompson and J.R. Smith have these great end of season and playoff runs. They get new money, new contracts, and they become complacent. All we've heard since they've gotten these new deals is, oh my gosh, they're underperforming. Oh my gosh, you see all this money they got and they can't even play. They became complacent. When you cut the top 10%, though, like the Cavaliers and this business would do, everybody goes up. Now, what's that mean when everybody goes up? Now, guys that were bottom or that were bench players, now some of them are starters. Rodney Hood's getting more time. Jordan Clarkson's going to get more time. Larry Nance is going to get more time. Now they have to prove that they earned that time. Or when you're in a business, when you get moved up and your salary gets bigger, you have to prove that you're worth that salary because you don't want to get fired because that's more money than you've ever made in your life. Larry Nance and Jordan Clarkson and Rodney Hood are about to get more playoff exposure than they've ever had in their life. It's a good business move. It's a smart basketball move. And it's going to turn out to be a good move for Cleveland, even though I'm not with the experts and I don't believe it puts them within a pussy hair of Golden State. Let's segue. Another story that I'm a day late on is Lane Johnson comes out and he says, well, I'd rather win one Super Bowl having fun than win 5 and not have fun. The Patriots are boring. It's a fear-based organization, and yada 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 yada, and all this other stuff. And the general consensus was there's people that just hate the Patriots, and they were like, "Yeah, Lane Johnson, fuck yeah, let's go. We like him." And then there was a bunch of experts who were like, Really? You win one ring, and now you're going after Bill Belichick and Tom Brady? Really? You win one ring, and you're just all about, well, I'm fun, and I can talk. And let me be very clear, there is a certain part of Lane Johnson that he is a little bit entitled to, because to the victor goes to the spoils. Are you thinking that the Atlanta Falcons wouldn't have been talking shit about the Patriots last year had they won? Let's look at the NBA, for example. Let's look at the Warriors and Cavs. It was one of the biggest deals that people made out of the last couple finals. Oh, when LeBron and the Cavaliers won, LeBron had his shirt mocking Golden State. Then, last year when the Warriors won again, Draymond Green wore his shirt mocking Cleveland. To the victor goes the spoils. And let's be clear here. I don't agree with Lane Johnson whatsoever. I'm probably more in line with the regular expert opinion, which is winning's pretty fun. If I had 5 Super Bowls, I think I'd be okay as far as how much fun I was having. And there's former players that have came out and they've said, wow, like Teddy Bruschi came out and said, oh, the Patriots do have fun. Willie McGinnis came out and said, what are you talking about? You were never in our locker room. We did have a lot of fun. And then I thought about it some more and I was like, we're replying to Lane Johnson? And don't get me wrong, Lane Johnson is a hell of a player. He is probably, if you go by Madden statistics, he's actually the top-rated right tackle on Madden. Great player. He's probably one of the 10 to 15 best offensive linemen in the league. He also has missed 20 games in his NFL career due to drugs. And I'm not trying to personally attack Lane Johnson, but let's be very clear. When you have missed 20 games due to drugs, when you are someone who takes drugs, you partake in that kind of lifestyle, there's something probably a little off in your head. There was someone else who made a comment this week, and it was completely laughed at, thrown under the bus, and we only heard about it for about 5 seconds. And that was Robert Parrish came out and said, Paul Pierce is the greatest offensive Celtic ever. You heard that right. I had to kind of recapture myself because even when I say it, I'm kind of like, what? Robert Parrish has also taken some drugs in the course of his life. Robert Parrish has made some not so great decisions with things he's allowed to enter his body. So when Robert Parrish makes a statement, it's brushed off as crazy man who's taken drugs. Leave it alone. So why aren't we with Lane Johnson taking the stance of, oh, crazy man who's taking some drugs. Leave him alone. You don't endorse crazy. You don't listen to the crazy guy. And you don't listen to the guy who's missed all these games due to drugs. You are listening to HardFoul Radio. We will be back shortly.